What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Killer Instinct here, bringing you another game called Xcom 2. Now, I am a complete noob with this game, so please don't hate me too much. I have never played XCOM 1, I have never played XCOM 2. So we're going to be doing a blind playthrough on Commander difficulty, and I've turned on subtitles for your benefits. So sit back and enjoy the first cutscene.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
Keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest PCD firm. Only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gate crasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
Advent forces are swarming to the blast point. We need to move on the package before they figure out what we're up to.
Alright, so now we join the first two controllable
First things
units,
first. You need to get out
members,
of sight. Grab
pawns,
some cover
whatever.
near that low wall.
And their names are Peter Osai and Anna Marias.
In position, but I'm exposed here.
It's better than nothing. But see if you can't find a safer position.
As Peter Osai states perfectly, introducing us to a pinnacle part of the combat cover. As shown with the shields on the side of the locations they move to. Cover makes defense to the unit member.
Crasher 2.
The fuller the
Stay
shield,
close.
the
Keep
better.
pace with Crasher 1.
The turns are shown using the 2 pips under the HP bar. The movement into the blue area as shown with the Osai allows you to use another action while moving into the yellow area or golden area or whatever. Consumes the 2 pips and forcing you to end your turn shown with Ramirez. Now here we see a function for the start of the mission called concealment. Make the unit members unseeable till they open fire or walk into one of the red squares that you see in the top right hand corner of your screen right now.
Staying low.
Don't get too close. They'll be spotted for sure and we'll lose our advantage. They may have the numbers, but we've got surprise on our side. Hopefully that's enough.
Remind me to thank the old man.
You and me both.
Now that we get to shoot for the first time this series and this episode, we can see that the hit percent chance is 68.
Permission to engage.
For the guy nearest to us, this takes in consideration cover, weapon effectiveness, range, and the accuracy of that unit member, for as much as I can tell. Now, flanking will get us a crit bonus as well as take away the defensive bonus. Now, let's go ahead and use Peter Osai to take out the Advent Trooper in the middle left. This now takes us out of concealment, and it's the Advent Trooper's turn to run for cover. Now, the best option would be to use Ramirez and have her throw a grenade in the middle. I don't know if she had a grenade, but normally that's what you would do when you have 4 people who are clumped up like that.
How about you all shoot first and celebrate later? No problem.
But since this is a tutorial, we don't have that option.
I appreciate the bravery, but you're dangerously close right now. Be careful.
Now, with Anna moving up here, we are shown the disadvantages of being flanked and what could happen if you are too reckless with the unit's movement.
Not going out that easy.
Why do you think I go out like this?
No, Crasher 2 is down. She's gone.
Damn it! You can't take risks like that. Watch your flanks.
So that's how you want to play it. Okay.
Nice work. Press the advantage before they get around you.
Let's see how you like this. They're closing in on me. Cover my flank.
She's calling reinforcements. Stop that. Transmission.
Central, reporting in.
You're late. What have you been doing down there?
Taking in the sights.
What the hell are these things?
They're us. At least there used to be. Human hybrid soldiers. Advent's reward for obedience and service.
We've all heard rumors. I just never believed it was true.
No one wanted to. But we find what we're looking for today. I promise you that's gonna change. Let's move.
Looks like that transmission went through. You have an Advent transport closing on your position.
You heard her. Cover the left side. I'm on it.
Here, we get to see another mechanic of the game called Destructible Terrain, and probably one of my favorite things about XCOM 2 so far, as well as Overwatch, which is a useful mechanic that targets anyone who comes into view. We also get to see, with the help of our new scout unit, the looting mechanic, the little number that has been counting down since we first killed the unit with Ramirez, is the turns that you have to loot before, as they state, self-destructs.
the ground.
They're getting nervous. Well done. Fall back to our position.
Just go. I'll try to stall him here.
Now normally you would go for this shot here, but since it's a tutorial and it's forcing us to do certain options, trying to show us the difference between a poor shot and a better shot, we have to take this shot. Also, if you notice in the bottom right hand corner, the gun pips underneath, which are representing the amount of shots he has before he needs to take a turn to reload. We don't have to worry about this turn. Unfortunately, these two don't make it.
You should be able to cut right through the door's security protocols. They were never expecting anyone to get this close.
Good. Let's go. To secure the baggage.
Let's hope our intel was good.
This is the place.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Looks like there's an access panel attached. If you got me a better look, I might be able to...
Next time. Let's get out of here.
Picking up a body is a really good mechanic that allows you to save and rescue your downed teammates if it's possible. The person who is picking up that downed teammate cannot fire back. They would have to let them down, then they can return to fire. But they can move at normal speed, and they can still take cover and still gain the effective cover.
Understood. We're on the move. I'd go out like this.
No! Central! Crasher 1 is down. You have to get out of there.
We need another exit. Now!
Got it covered.
Now we're being shown that grenades and other such explosions can make a more advantageous escape route. So now with this done, we're going to go ahead and move our central, as he stated, to the rendezvous site. And let's get the heck out of here.
Almost there. Stay focused.
They're right behind us. Way too close.
Firebrand, this is Gatecrasher. We need an immediate evac. Get us out of here.
decades of atrophy to contend with.
Wish we had more time.
I don't disagree.
But as it stands now, we risk losing the patient if we don't begin the removal procedure immediately.
We're ready.
Good. Then let's get on with it.
Remarkable.
Just like 20 years ago. We were still calling it a war back then. We had no idea what was coming.
Response from the cerebral cortex. Good. Prepping for cranial intrusion. I've managed to identify the connection, preparing to make final incision.
These readings are getting really erratic.
Of course they are. These implants were never designed to be removed. We are risking severe...
No plan B here, people. Do it.
Doctor! No signal.
Pupillary response normal. Vital stabilizing. Procedure complete.
Told him it would take more than that to keep you down. Welcome back, Commander. Glad to see you're finally coming out of it. Don't envy the headache you must have, though. Still, can't fault Dr. Tigan. Especially as no one's even attempted something like this before. Easy. We're still not entirely sure what they did to you. That chip was buried halfway into your skull. Lost a lot of good soldiers looking for you over the years. Almost gave up hope you were still out there. Acted on the intel as soon as I got word. Not sure what you remember, but a lot's changed. Did the best I could, but the last 20 years have been tough without you. You feel like catching up. Shen has the archive up and running on your terminal. Otherwise, I'd go see Dr. Tigan when you're ready. There's some things you should know. He'll be better at explaining them than me. It's damn good to have you back, Commander.
So now we're being prompted to go to the research room. So let's go and meet the person who rescued our life, other than Central, and
Commander, to the research labs.
get a little bit of research done, along with a little bit of background.
Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander. On your order, Commander. I will begin researching the Advent chip for possible insights as to its function. I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
That research will keep Tigan busy
Now we're
for a
being
while.
prompted to go to the
In the
armory.
meantime,
The
you might
armory
wanna
is where
head
you
down to the
upgrade
armory.
units and promote them, as we are about to do for our scout here. She gains an ability so that she
Commander
can
to the
attack people
armory.
with a melee weapon that she uses and brandishes here in
Commander,
this
Ian
animation
Kelly was instrumental in the
to
op to
hit
get you
units that
back.
are one
She
target
earned
away
enough
that move
experience for
close
a
enough to
promotion.
her.
We should
You
take
can
care
also
of
move
that
her
now.
closer and go into melee combat, so far as I know.
The Ranger serves as our
It
primary
also allows you
reconnaissance
to
unit, capable of
change
moving
your loadout.
independently in
From what I can
concealment while
tell of
engaging
any of
enemies
these
at
kind of
close
games, is going to
range.
be pinnacle in the later stages, especially since we are playing on commander difficulty. And you can also upgrade your weapons, make them more powerful, more accuracy. But like I stated before, if you guys have any
We're off to a good start.
comments,
Our
please use the
troops
comment
will
section
only get
below.
stronger
Like,
as they
consider
gain
subscribing.
experience.
It does help me out a ton. If you have any tips without ruining the game, that would be
Commander to the
amazing
bridge.
if you guys could do that. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.